I'm outside of the new Buck's Roadhouse, a historic restaurant here in Big Sky. But how is it different than the old Buck's T-4? Let's go find out.
Buck's has touched a generation of people that live here and travel here to Montana.
Buck's roots run deep in Big Sky. After being closed for more than 2 years, Buck's Roadhouse is open just in time for the holidays.
And now we have the opportunity of creating new stories for the future.
I chatted with John Spears, the Executive Vice President of Hospitality Operations at Lone Mountain Land Company.
You know, for working for Lone Mountain Land Company, we recognize the responsibility that we have to create something that resonates with the locals, that pays tribute to the past, but helps elevate things to make sure that we're relevant for the future.
Buck's T-4 was founded in 1946 by Buck and Helen Knight. It was originally a hunting camp with lodging, meals, drinks, and more. Spears tells me Buck's was a beloved local institution in Big Sky.
Last winter, I was on the ski lift and he was so excited telling me stories about the 70s when he used to drive through and the experiences that he used to have here at Buck's. And he couldn't wait for it to reopen, was wondering when that date would come.
Buck's T-4 is one of Big Sky's earliest establishments. For decades, it was a gathering place for locals and visitors. Sabato Segaria, managing partner at Après Crew, which operates Buck's Roadhouse, says they spent a lot of time thinking about Buck's history as a community hub while designing the new space.
Having people that have said, oh, I remember celebrating birthdays here, or I'd go play in the game room while my parents would be having dinner. We want to create another gathering place for people that are part of the community, or if they're passing through on the way to Yellowstone or want to come down from the resort as well.
Segaria says he talked to the former owner of Buck's T-4, David O'Connor, who told him about talking to the founder, Helen Knight.
Helen would sit at the end of the bar and remind him, he's like, you know, this isn't really yours, you're just watching it for a while. And so that's the approach that we've taken as we've gone into this chapter of Buck's at every element of that, whether that be the design, the decor, the food, the menu. And it's one of those things that it's lasted this long, and how can we help carry that tradition on?
I asked Segaria what will be featured on the menu.
So there's a steakhouse element to it. So we have chalkboards in the different dining rooms, so we'll have different cuts that we're able to highlight in limited quantities, really trying to give people a taste of Montana with it. And that's what has really resonated with people over the years, and we want to be able to continue on that.
Buck's Roadhouse looks a lot like Buck's T-4, but one of the most noticeable difference is right when you walk in.
The original entrance, I believe, was right over here. This whole open area, there was a wall, and so you actually would enter through the door, and that didn't exist. So that's one of the new additions.
Now when you enter Buck's Roadhouse, the first thing you see is the bar.
I love when you walk right in and you see that big long bar. To me, it's incredibly inviting. It has that old world feel, and I can just envision the energy and the stories that are going to be shared at that bar.
Buck's Roadhouse is open from 3 p.m. to close Wednesday through Sunday. In Big Sky, Gabrielle Cleveland, MTN News.